Hello guys, my name is Destiny and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and start working out with post forms, and what we're going to do is allow users create posts from the front end. So when users share posts from the front end, we'll automatically show the post to the users that are following the user that shared the post. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. So in order to achieve this, what we need to do is simply head over to our code editor and let's make sure this is running. So from the last video, I told you guys that we're going to fix this. It was just way too long. So what I did to fix it was just add this simple line of code over here. So I just added the style height, or it's supposed to be 3, it's 1, so it will be the same with others like this. Then the objects that's dash fit should be covered. You can play around with this. Fill is going to make it look like this, whatever you want. So I'm just going to stick with cover. Okay, so let's stick with cover. Okay, so in order to make the post form so users can be able to make posts from the front end, what we need to do is head back to our code, and I'm going to minimize some of these tabs over here, and I want to simply come over here and create a new file. We're going to call this one forms.py. So whenever you want to allow users create their own post in Django, you need to make a form for them to be able to make their own posts from the front end, not the back end. So with forms.py, firstly we need to say from Django we need to import forms. That's it. Then also from post.models we need to import posts, just like that. Now the next thing we're going to do is simply create a new form, and this is going to be class, let's say new post form. You can name it whatever you want. Then we're going to say forms.model form. Okay, just like that. Then firstly, you remember we had a picture, so a picture is gonna have forms.image field. That's what images usually use. Then required for this one should be true. Okay, that should be it. Now we also need caption. You can remember we have caption, and this should be forms. Okay, not that. This should be forms.char field. And this one actually requires a couple things, and I don't know, it usually confuses me whenever I want to type it out. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy it from one of my projects. It's just one single line of code. I just don't want to make mistake. That's why I'm not typing it out like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna come over here. Actually, okay, yeah, let's just copy it. So in post, I'm gonna open up forms, and this is it over here. Let me expand it a little bit. Okay, so this is it over here. I'm just gonna copy this to here, and back here I'm simply gonna did I copy it? No, I didn't. Then I'm simply gonna paste it in here. Okay, just like that. And as you can see, it's just simple. So this is how you pass in like HTML attributes to Django forms. So you see we have class inputs. The class is inputs. The placeholder is caption. You can even style this if you want, like add styling. Hopefully you understand what's going on. The required is supposed to be true. Okay, so we also need tags. As you can see, tags is just exactly the same thing. I can just duplicate this, and I'm gonna call this tags. I hope it's tags that we called it in models.py. Let's see, post, it's tag rather. So I'm just gonna get back to forms, and this is gonna be tag. Okay, so from post.model I'm supposed to import post rather. Okay, so from blah blah blah, placeholder should be enter tags. Let's just say tags. Then separate tags with comma. Then separate tags with comma. Okay, yeah, that should be it. Now the next thing we're gonna do is simply go ahead and create a class meta for it. So we're gonna create a class meta, and the model is gonna be post. You remember, not new post form, rather it should be post. Okay, yeah. Then the fields should be yeah, picture, what else, caption, and what else, tag. Okay, that should be in a string. Okay, so hopefully you understand what's going on. We want to actually allow users make their own post by themselves, and this is how we need to do it. We need to create a form that's gonna allow them do that. So when we've done this now, what we simply want to do is just create a new new post.html. So we're gonna come over to template and I'm gonna create a new file. We're gonna call this one, let's save this, and we're gonna call it new post.html, just like that. Okay, and what we simply need to do here is just pass in okay, let's say we could just pass in a form. Don't worry, we are gonna style this later. So but for now, let's just stick with this. So method is gonna be post, and since it's Django, we need CSRF token. Remember, Django CSRF underscore token, just like that. And we need to come down here and we need to say form. And apart from that, we also need a button, and this button is gonna say submit. So button, the type is gonna be submit, just like that, and we're gonna say create post. Okay, that's it. Now don't worry, we're still gonna fix this. This would be way too ugly for what we can use, but don't worry, we're still gonna fix it. And also, whenever we are working with images in our, like in HTML, and you want to pass an image in form, make sure to add a multi-path folder /form-data, or else it's not going to work. Okay, so when we've done this, now the next thing I want to do is come over to views.py, and I want to create a new view that's going to help us do that. So we're going to create a new post view, and let's make sure that we are importing what we just created from post.forms. We want to import what was it called, new post form. Yeah, okay, this is how I'm gonna do this. All this is gonna be one. So whatever I create, I'm gonna be importing it here. I'm gonna be importing third party from here. Okay, so new post, it's gonna take in requests as usual. And what else is it gonna take in? Let's just say user should be equal to request.user, not user directory path. My God. Then the next thing should be tags underscore objs objects. Okay, because we have to like render the tags in a specific way because it's tags, it's not a caption. So if request.method is equal to post, if request.method is post, now what do we want to do? We simply want to go ahead and create a new variable form, and we're going to call the new post form that we created, or we imported it above. Then now what we want to say is request.post. So we want to get everything that the user passed into the post, and we want to also say request.files, and that's because the user is still going to be uploading a file or a picture. Hopefully you understand. Now the next thing we're going to check is if the form is valid. So if the form is valid, then what do we want to do? We simply want to get picture. This would be form dot cleaned, okay, cleaned underscore data dot get, just like that, and we are gonna get picture. Okay, let's do the streamer places, and we also need to get caption. So this is what we need to do, and we also need to get tag, we need to get caption, and finally we need to get tag. Okay, so we are getting all the whole things that were passed into the form if the request.method is post. And what does that mean? In our new post.html, remember we are using method is post. So in our views.py, we are checking if it's post, then we're gonna do all this. Take note, we are not yet done. Now for the tags, what we want to pass in is tag underscore form rather dot get tag. So what we're gonna do now to make the tag even a little bit more better, because if we just get it like that, it's not gonna work. We're gonna say tag list should be equal to list, and this list we're gonna pass in the tag underscore form that we created above. Then we want to split it by a comma. So I'm gonna explain it to you, don't worry. Now split by comma. So whenever a user types in a tag, for example, let's say a user types in house and there is a comma, then this code over here will be executed. It will know that, okay, the user want to create another tag, and then he adds ice cream, then there's a comma. The user is going to know, oh, there's another tag, then he adds mouse, oh, then microphone. Okay, I don't know if the spellings are correct, yeah, whatever. Okay, so whenever there's a comma, then this part will be initiated. Okay, so After that, the next thing we're gonna do is now go ahead and get all the tags. So we're gonna say for tag in tag underscore list, just like that. We're gonna create t or created. Then we're gonna set this to tag dot object dot get or create. Now I'm gonna explain this. Get or create. Now want to get or create title should be equal to tag. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's it. Then finally we're gonna say tag underscore objs dot append. Now want to append, what do we want to append? T. Okay, then finally we can get back here and say p or created. Then right now what we're doing is creating the post, so we're gonna say this should be post dot objects dot get or create. Now what do we want to create? We want to create instance of all those things that will get at the top. Picture will now be equal to picture, caption would be equal to caption, and tag would now be okay, I think we are not gonna do the tag now. What we should just do is user ID should not be user here. So user underscore ID should now be user. Okay, so this now, yeah, I think that should be it. Now, if all this doesn't work, what will happen? But before we do that, let's actually configure the tag. Now we're gonna say p dot tag tags list. We created it above, you remember, dot set. So we want to set this, and we're going to set it to tag underscore objects. Then finally we save this. Okay, then if we save, we can return redirect to index, return redirect to index. So we don't have a profile page yet, rather we're supposed to just redirect to the profile page when we create a post. So when we create a post, this whenever we hit the create button, then all this code over here will be executed. Now if the request method isn't post, then what do we want to do? We simply want to call form, and we're going to call new post form, and here that should be it in there. Finally we're going to pass in context, and we want to pass in a couple thing, or rather it should just be form like that. And we also going to pass in the return render. So return render new post HTML, we passed in context just like that. Okay, so we need to create a URL for it. Create a new URL. This would be new post. This would be new post. Okay, add a comma over here, or there's going to be an error. So let's see if our terminal is still running. Sure, I think it's still not running. Let's see what's wrong. Okay, so it says creating a model form without either the fields attributes to exclude attribute is prohibited. Okay, so I think we need this. I think that's where we made a mistake, so we're gonna get back here. Okay, another S. Yeah, that's the problem. Now let's try running the server again, and it's working fine. So with this now, I think, did I just break from the server app again? Okay, yeah, that's it. So when we come over here and refresh now, everything is working fine. Now in the urls.py, this is it, we need to go over to new post slash. So refresh. Now when we come over to slash new post, what do you notice? We now have our form. So we have picture, we have caption, we have tag, and we have all this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and choose a new file. I'm gonna let's just pick up this one, and let's just say light bulb shining, whatever, and the tag I'm gonna say bulb, and I'm gonna say light, and create post. Okay, it says name post is not defined, so that's the error. I've seen it already over here. This needs to be an O. Okay, so I just hope this ones would work. Now let's try it again. Choose file, that caption, light bulb, tags bulb shining. I don't know if that's the correct field ID, expected number, but got user destiny. Okay, I think I know what's wrong. Let's come over here and get .id. Okay, Let's refresh. There is any other error, then we're gonna go ahead and fix it. Leak. Let's just say cool lake. This is a cool lake. No. Lake water. Then create post. Oh yeah, post object has no attribute tags list. Okay, I think the problem with this is over here. This should just be p.tag.set rather. So let's refresh this. Boom, what do you notice? It's working. So we create a post and now it redirects us here and we see the post. Oh my god, we created this a couple times. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of all the cool lake thing. There's a cool lake, there's a cool lake. I'm just gonna stick with one. We're gonna delete post, go. Okay, so what do you notice? Now we have this. Okay, that's pretty much what we wanted. Let's actually try making one more post. And so we come over here and let's say t-shirt and let's say shirt cloth and create post. Okay, as you can see now it's working perfectly fine. It creates the post for us and all that. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we want to be doing. Let's go ahead and style the login page. It's looking really bad right now. So in order to start the login page, so I just need to come over here and let's use the login page as the post page. That's what we're gonna do. So over here, I'm just gonna override that and paste my own in there. Then let me just get rid of this header and I'm gonna extend from base.html and also I'm gonna load static and also I'm gonna add a block content just like that. Then finally down here I'm also gonna add an end block contents just like that. So let's see what we've got. Yeah, this looks really bad. Okay, let's go ahead and style this up a bit, but before we do that, I think I got rid of some things that I actually needed. So I'm gonna get back a bit. Okay, I think I needed those head section. I'm gonna paste that in there. I'm gonna paste this in here too, get rid of this too. I'm gonna add an end block. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's it. So we need to add up the styling. Now we need to say static, put that in there, come over here and we need to end this off. Okay, what do you notice? This is what we've got, but we need to get rid of this phone thing over there. So we need to say phone app demo. Yeah, that's it, it's gone. Now we need to fix the styling of this. So if we want to fix the styling of this, I think let's actually create a I'm just gonna name this CSS. I'm just gonna name this CSS form-style.css, or let's say form_style.css. So in the static, don't worry, you don't have to stress about all this. This is just my own work. Everything's gonna be done for you already. So this is it over here. I'm gonna create a new file in here and I'm gonna call it, let's call it form_style.css, just like this. And I'm gonna head over to style.css. I'm gonna copy everything. Right now you see that nothing is working here, but when I paste this in here, you see it's not working fine. So this is the CSS that I'm gonna play with. Yeah, this is CSS that I'm gonna tamper, and I think I already have a CSS like that. I don't want to make this video really long. I'm just gonna copy the CSS. I think I already have it. Now in this place, I think this CSS should do the trick. So I could just copy this CSS and I'll paste it in there. Now when I refresh, oh yeah. So what do you notice? Looks not that bad, right? Yeah, not that bad. Let's just get rid of some things. I don't think I need all this login thing. So back to the new post, we need to get rid of some things here. Let's get rid of all those privacy things. So the footer should be gone, just like that. The Google App Store thing should be gone. This should be gone. Don't have an account. Where is it? Don't have an account should be gone. Forgotten password and login to Facebook should be this over here, should be gone. Okay, this is just all we need. So over here now, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm just gonna say let's say h3, and I'm gonna say create posts. Okay, as you can see, we've got it over there. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is just add a method post to this. I'm also gonna add in CSRF underscore token to it, and I'm also gonna add an enc type. Enc type should be multi-path / form - data. Okay, so with this now, let's get rid of this and let's create our own. So ours is gonna be form dot picture. Okay, you can see we now have the option to choose a picture. I'm going to get rid of this. This should be form dot caption. As you can see, we now have a space to add a caption, and we also need form dot tags. Okay, rather it should be tag. Okay, so this is what we have right now. So button is submit. We need to get rid of this a tag, and we need to add create over here. Create post. Create post. Okay, so let's see if this works. Let's go ahead and test it out. Now we choose a new file. Let's say computer, or rather let's say working on a computer. Let's add a hashtag computer and create post. Okay, what do you notice? It's working totally fine. So we've got working on the computer, we've got hashtag computer, we've got this. So our new post is working perfectly well, fine, as expected. Now when we come over to /new post, this is what we have. Not still looking really good, but don't worry, we are still going to go ahead and style things up when we are done with this tutorial. So that should be it for this tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, do not forget to drop a like on this video. Consider subscribing, as it would mean the world to me. If you have any question, any comment, any confusion, just drop it below in the comment section and I'll be there to help out. But in the meantime, mad love, peace out.